Hello, I'm Elsie. Welcome to my channel. This is IGAIA Knits. I hope you like it, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you come back. So I'm here to talk about my knitting, and first of all I want to say that this podcast started back in June and I just didn't think it was going to go so long without recording, but the summer went by so fast. My son wasn't even here. He went to the States for the whole summer, and I thought I was going to knit more and I didn't. I thought I was going to crochet more and I didn't. I do both knit and crochet, and well, just went by and some things came into the way, work and activities and other things in my wish list that I couldn't do it. For the ones that don't know, I designed two, and I have two patterns already on my Ravelry store. One is the Unconditional Love sweater that I did for my mom, and that's a crochet sweater, and it combines knitting and crochet. The knitting goes on the ribbing for the neck, on the sleeves, and on the hem, and on the sides it has panels on the sides that are knitting. So I invite you to check it out. And also I have a scarf. It's called Tres Oreles scarf. I'm gonna leave pictures of them here because I don't have them with me anymore. The Tres Oreles scarf was made for my younger sister. I made that one with Pearl Soho's merino, cashmere, and nylon wool, which was a dream. And you can find it on Ravelry, and they are on sale. My birthday was this month, so they're on sale for $1 until September the 30th. I think this episode will go up on Saturday, and it takes so long to upload, and it will go up on Saturday. So you will still have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to buy them for $1. I hope you like them. And well, we're gonna talk about finished objects first. I have what I'm wearing. This is my Soldadna. I'm sure you all know it, and that's by Caitlin Hunter. I had never knit something by her, but I was, it caught my attention, and I thought I have some cotton by We Are Knitters. I live in a tropical country in El Salvador in Central America, and I use a lot of cotton, linen, and silk because of the weather. Here it's in the morning when we wake up, it's like 6 a.m. it's like 21, 22 degrees Celsius, and by 10 a.m. it goes up to 28 or 30, and it stays like that until after 5 p.m. and then it starts to get cooler again. We use a lot of air conditioning everywhere we go. We use air conditioning. We have air conditioning in the houses, at the grocery stores, in malls, in the car. So we are always wearing accessories, sweaters, jackets, scarves, because inside we feel cold. And I don't like to knit garments in 100% wool because I cannot take them off if I am not wearing anything underneath. And if I go out to the street, I am not going to bear with it because it's gonna be so hot. And I am trying to do the color work in cotton. As you can see, I think it looks pretty. And so I had this cotton from We Are Knitters. I like the cotton from We Are Knitters, but what I didn't like is that it splits. It's Pima cotton from Peru. You can see here what I have left of the red. It splits a lot. Let me try to, I can't find the camera. It's right there. Okay. You can see there it splits. So the torsion of the yarn, it's only on one direction. So, that doesn't help. but that's the only complaint I have. It's very soft, it's nice. I knitted this with Chiao Gu Fixed Circs 4 millimeters. I didn't use a smaller needle for the neck ribbing or the sleeves ribbing. I did use a smaller needle for the hem ribbing. And I only had one skein of each, and I have a lot left of blue, beautiful blue. I have a lot left of the khaki. I have none left of the mint color that was the body. And I started with a tubular cast on, and I knitted the yoke in size S because I have broad shoulders, but I don't like garments with so much positive ease. Caitlin Hunter loves her garments with a lot of positive ease, and I don't. I like the garments to fit me really well on the shoulders because I already have a big back. You know, I have broad shoulders, so I don't like for my body to look wider than that. And this part of the pattern, this part in size S, it ends here. So if I would have ended there, the sleeve, it would have sit on my armpit, and I don't like that. So I wanted a longer sleeve. And what I did is that I knitted this part until size 2X. Then immediately after, I increased the amount of stitches I needed for a body size M, because I didn't want this part to be too tight on me, and that when I lift my arms, I wouldn't feel like that. So I did size M for the body. I'm standing up so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry if you're not seeing my face. And I knew that, you know, one skein of this mint color was not going to go a long way. So to add this length, I incorporated a 5th color. You know, it is this yarn. This is a Mexican cotton, mercerized cotton. As you can see, the torsion of this one is much better. It doesn't split. And it also has the mercerized process on top of it. And that's a chemical procedure that covers the yarn, and it doesn't let it split. I was very happy with it. I had used it before. That's Hilos Omega from Mexico. And I did this part, and as you can see, it's striped. The variegated yarn is striped. And then I went on with the body in the mint color, and I ran out of yarn here, and I didn't want it as short, so I added some length by using again the variegated yarn. As you can see, it comes out every time I use this yarn. If I stop and I use it again, the pattern that comes out of it, it's totally different. And I love how it turned out, but I just don't know how that happens. And I wanted to do the ribbing longer, as suggested by Amanda from Yarnia store, but I didn't have enough red. So, you know, I would have loved for it to sit here just with a wider ribbing, but I couldn't do it. I think it's great. I do have to wear a spaghetti strap t-shirt underneath because I don't like these bump to come out of my jeans. So, but I think it looks pretty great. I love it. The only thing I didn't like about this pattern was the neck. As I said, I did a tubular cast on, and whenever I had finished the yoke, I tried it on, and it was awful, in my opinion. It was bulging here. You know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like to feel the fabric sew up here, and I have a long neck. I didn't like it. So I decided to do surgery on it because I was not going to go back. And I unraveled the tubular cast, and it was a nightmare. You know, it took me like 2 days just to get here. And when I got there, I had holes. I couldn't pick up everything. I was like on the, you know, right there, the short row started. I was so nervous. I was not going to be able to save it, but I did. Thank God. because I really liked it. And that was the only thing. And if I would knit it again, I want to knit one again. I want to knit another one. But there are other things on my list, and you know, if I do knit another one, that's the only thing I would do, is that I would start with the same amount of stitches, but I would go right to the short rows. I think that will do for it, because I'm gonna turn around so you can see the back. So I think it looks okay now, and it doesn't look so high. It doesn't do that bulging thing there. So, you know, I'm very pleased with it. And okay, so that's the soldotna. The second finished object that I want to show you is here. Ella is modeling, and I'm doing this vlog at night because I just, you know, the whole day went by. This whole week it's been raining here. It's so dark outside. It's dark all day long. It's raining all day long. And you know, I couldn't catch any natural light anyways during the day. I've been busy Wednesday, Thursday, and today all day. So, and I just wanted to do it. And that's why I am here with artificial light. I'm sorry, but this is the only time that I can do it. And this is Ella, my new mannequin. My friend Patty lent it to me, so thank you, Patty. And this is the Mio sweater by Paula Pereira. Paula is Brazilian. Paula Pereira is Brazilian. And this beautiful sweater appeared on Amirisu magazine. This is a Japanese publication. I had never bought it, and I asked my mom to bring it to me when she went to the States earlier this year. And it was because I saw this beauty on the cover on my Instagram feed, and I thought I really need to knit that. And I was so pleased with this design and with the magazine. The magazine is beautiful. Buy it. It's worth it. The paper, it's gorgeous. You know, the finishing is fantastic. They have really nice articles, really nice advertisement, photography, wonderful. And I'm gonna show you in the inside pages where the Mio is. I didn't know Paula before, you know, this sweater. She appeared like yesterday on Kristy Glass Knits channel. So if you want to hear more about her, she has an interview with Kristy. This is the picture from the cover. You know, when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, that's a very romantic and feminine design. And I just was enamored with it. And these are the inner pages. This was knit with Julie Aseline wool, which is gorgeous. And this magazine also has patterns for fabric garments, which I think it's great. I don't know how to knit on a sewing machine, but I definitely want to learn. For now, my auntie Sandra and my dressmaker Delmi make a lot of things for me. And I just make my designs, my drawings, and I tell them what I want, and I buy a lot of fabric because I love it too. So I definitely want to learn. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about the Mio. I think the pattern was so well written. Maybe when we are knitting somebody else's design, we're so excited to start and all, and I didn't swatch, and I didn't look at the other measurements. I always look at the bust, at the neck circumference, and at the armhole or sleeve circumference, and I didn't look at the length of the garment and I didn't look at the hem circumference and I didn't really fully read the whole pattern before. So what happened is this. This is a beautiful yoke. I'm gonna take it off, Ella, to show it to you closer, but I need size M for the yoke. And then I kept on going with size M for the body as well. The yoke is a textured yoke, a dream come true, beautiful. I'm gonna show it to you closer. And the body is in reverse stockinette. And I don't mind purling, but I rather purl in stockinette in flat than in the round. So I turn it, I did a wrap and turn it inside out, and I just knit in the round. Really, stockinette is not like something that I look for. I rather have other types of patterns. And I forgot to tell you, I'm sorry, the body of the soldotna. Now that I'm talking about the stockinette, I remember I did this waffle texture sort of because Dana Johnson, her username is Call Me DW on Instagram. She makes sweater for her dog Jellybean, and she lives in Maryland, and she suggested not to do the color work on the body because it was going to be too thick. So I thought, oh my god, I don't want to do a stockinette body. And I took the chart, but she was right. And I took the chart from the pattern and I did, whenever there was color work, I did purl stitches instead of the color work. So I ended up with this texture. And it wasn't boring at all. So what happened with the meal is that I was, knitting in the round, just knit in the round, and I was getting bored. But by the time I got to half the body, Paula is a genius. And I noticed then that she had incorporated shaping for this sweater. So she has a series of increases on the side here. And it's progressive, and the sweater makes an A-line. And then when you get to the ribbing, it contracts and it gets this blousy effect that is wonderful. But when I started doing the increases, I noticed it was going to be so big on me and so long, and I didn't want it to be so big or so long. And then I looked at the measurements for the hem, and it's a splitted hem, as you can see, and I thought, oh my god, I don't want it to sit on my butt. I don't want it to sit under my butt. I don't want it to make me look, like a balloon. And so I knew I was not going to change it anymore because I was already here at the end. So I stopped the increases before the number of increases that are on the pattern. And then the last 3 rows, I started decreasing stitches like crazy to get to size XS on the ribbing. So I went from size M to size XS on the ribbing. I didn't know if it was going to work, but it did work. And I am super happy with it. If I would knit it again, I would do the yoke on size M, but I would do the body on size S, and I would do the ribbing on size XS. And I would definitely stop before the increases because otherwise it would be too long for me. I think, it depends on how tall the person is, right? So you really need to look at all the measurements on your pattern before starting. If you don't swatch, at least, or even if you swatch to see if you meet gauge and if the yarn works and if you can get the color work or whatever, but you don't swatch for the measurements. So one really needs to pay attention to the measurements. And well, I'm gonna take it off, Ella. Sorry, this thing, I don't know why it stops. I don't know how to fix it. So this is the meal closer. This is the yolk. I think the yolk is wonderful. It's so delicate and it has this texture. Fantastic, huh? Okay, and this is the tubular cast on, which was very difficult, as I said. It is difficult, but it's worth it. And this is the tubular bind off on the sleeves. I think the tubular bind off is easier than the tubular cast on. The same happens at the hem. I made a video on how to fix the split yarn here. You know, I don't like those threads sticking out here on the edges, and also how to weave the ends. In cotton is different because the end of the thread will stick out all the time, and if you wash it, it will stick out again. So it's better to sew it, and I show in that video here in my channel how to do that. So this was a great project. I love the short rows in the back. They go very evenly from one shoulder to the other shoulder, and I think that makes it drape really well and makes it fall onto your body really nicely. It's very, very flattering. And you can see some pictures of me wearing it on my Instagram account. I'm gonna leave my username in the description box below, so you can see also other things that I published there. Okay, the third finished object that I have is the Pincha Shawl by Pimpilan Wangsai. This is a sort of wing with feathers. This is from my sister. My sister asked for it because she saw it on Pinterest, and I thought it was very interesting, and I'm gonna just move a little bit so you can see it, or stand up. Okay, so this is the Pincha Shawl. I think it's a nice pattern. It's a free pattern. It has everything is short rows on garter stitch. It's not difficult, it's just that if you get distracted, it's very complicated to know where you wear. And that's the only thing I didn't like about it, because when I was knitting this, I couldn't have any interruptions. I couldn't have my mind wander because I would get lost. I did this on Pima cotton. And this is from Peru. This is from Lana Silvia. And this one is better than the We Are Knitters one because it doesn't split as much. And so I hope my sister likes it. I give my presents on these bags, in these bags. These bags are made by my auntie and my dressmaker. And I put my label on it, and I put an Italian ribbon here so that people can put their shawl or hat or whatever I gave them inside and put them in their purse. I think they're cute. And okay, so the last finished object that I want to show you is the Odyssey by Joji Locatelli. This is a free pattern as well. It's very nice. This is a crescent shaped shawl. I'm sorry. I cannot hold it, I think. All of it. Okay, right there. It's beautiful. It's very nice. It has a nice lace. I made a mistake on the lace. You know, the first and second bands are wrong. The only band that is right is the third one. and I didn't want to change it. I don't know what I was thinking or if I was knitting too late at night, but I made a mistake and I left it like that. And I love it. I wear it every morning because I go out of my house at 6 a.m. I have to drive my son to school at that hour. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put the camera closer. Okay, so I drive my son to school every morning at 6 a.m. and at 6 a.m. it's kind of cold for me. And I like to put something cozy around my neck. So I wear it from 6 a.m. until like 10 a.m. every morning. And I did this one, I knit this one on Chiago Goose Fixed Circs 5 millimeters. And I did this, I showed this yarn on my last podcast, but here it is, knit 1, crochet 2. It's 62% silk, 30% cotton, and 8% nylon. This is like a buttery color, I don't remember the name. And this one is oatmeal. And it has a nice torsion. I didn't have much problems with this splitting at all. And the Chiao Goose are very pointy. And I love those needles. So my mom wants one and I am going to knit it for her for Christmas. It's going to be her Christmas present. And since this one is oatmeal with yellow lace bands, hers is gonna be in the opposite combination. It's gonna be yellow with oatmeal lace bands because obviously I have more yellow than oatmeal now. And I think she's gonna be super happy with it. And she's gonna wear it as much as I wear mine. And I have to really hurry up because I'm realizing next week it's October. And you know, time is flying and I have so many things to do. So we will see. I have to finish it. It's my mother. Okay, so that's about it when talking about my finished objects. Now I'm going to talk about what's on my needles. I just joined a call. It's a call organized by a Spanish lady, a beautiful Spanish lady named Paula. Hola Paula. She has a channel on YouTube in Spanish. It's called Tres Pompones, and she has this call on Ravelry. And I thought, you know, why not? I need encouragement to finish these things. And I have 2 of my own designs that I left to knit, the soldadna and the knee. And I really want to finish this and write the patterns. And I am a bit nervous because I have not done this I have not knit this in a long time. This is the Atenea Midnight. I have my yarns in Ziploc so they don't twist. This is organic linen by Quincy & Co. I will show it to you in a minute. And this is a folded hem in the neck. I took notes, but not so many. I am nervous now. And it has intarsia, and I don't know, intarsia. Intarsia. Yeah, you know, my tongue is like all curled up today. So I don't know how the design is going to unfold. I wanted to put like 3 stars here, and then in the body part, I wanted it to have a cable or, you know, a Latvian braid. I don't know yet. And I have to work on this one, and I have to take notes so that when I write the pattern, it's doable. And this is the yarn. I showed it in my last podcast as well, but this is Sparrow, Quincy & Company. It's 100% organic linen. This color is the one that I am knitting that one on, the Atenea Midnight. This is like a blue greenish color. This one is the Stars color. I think it's wonderful. I am trying to look at the color. I don't think it says so here. So This color is like a mustardy yellow. Fantastic. And for the body, I have this speckled one that I think it's so elegant. I like it very much. And I have this burgundy color or eggplant color. It's fantastic. And I have this sort of copper color. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do both of these. It's gonna be either this one or this one. We will see, because I still don't know. That's my first project. Then I have the Hope Tea. The Hope Tea, it's color work. It's knitted flat. I know a lot of people don't like to sew. I am considering doing some sort of three needle bind off on the neck and shoulders, so that you only have to sew the sides. And this is the Hope Tea. It's color work with a V-neck. It's a t-shirt. You could easily make, long sleeves for it if you wish. I think it's beautiful. I love this combination of colors. I think you could knit it in, different combinations. And here, this lace, everything is my design, but this stitch already exists. It's a Japanese stitch, and it's lace. I love it. And I used this yarn for that. This is cotton from LHO. This is Argentinian yarn. It has a different, this is combed cotton. It's rough, or more rough than the Pima cotton. This is Pima cotton from Lana Silvia. And but I like it. I like the combination, and the idea is to have the whole back in this lace. I love adornment. I like colors and contrasting colors together, and I am not too drawn to muted colors all the time. I am more drawn to bright colors or combining colors. I normally want to experiment with different combinations. So we will see how it turns out. This is another one that I have to, review my notes and go back. But right now I just want to knit it, take the minimal notes that I can, and then sit down and write it. This is, the back. This is what I have of the back. Not much. This is the coral color. As you can see, this has a better torsion than We Are Knitters yarn. This is Pima cotton from Peru too. It's a bit thinner than the We Are Knitters cotton. So it drapes more, and it's a lighter fabric. And this is the blue. This is a royal blue that I'm using. I'm gonna put it next to the We Are Knitters one. So Lana Silvia is a bit darker than the We Are Knitters navy blue. Okay, so that's my Hope Tea. Then I have a clutch. This clutch is black. I don't know if we are going to be able to see it, but I think right there maybe. Yeah, this is a double seat stitch, and this is, just something I wanted to do for my mom for parties. I am using this yarn that is called Fast Track from Lion Brand. I think it's been discontinued, which is, in my opinion, a shame, because I really like it. This is Fast Track from Lion Brand. I bought it in Colombia, not in the States. I bought one black and one hot pink. And I pretend on this only, you just have to knit up, and when you have a long rectangle, you fold it and you sew the sides, and then we're gonna, with the help of my auntie Sandra and my dressmaker Delmi, we're gonna make a bag with a zipper that we're gonna put inside and secure or sew to the sides of the clutch. And then I want it to be long enough so that you can fold it and use a magnetic snap here. So I hope you can picture it, and I hope I can show it to you finished pretty soon. And my last project that is on the Cal on Ravelry with Paula, the Spanish lady, is this. This is crochet. I made this from a tutorial that I saw on YouTube. It's called Esther y su mundo de crochet, which is Esther and her crochet world. She makes these beautiful pieces and lace things. I like lace, as you can tell, color work, and two-tone things. So I had these beige yarn, the light beige yarn, and I knew it was not going to be enough, but I thought, I will combine it with something. And I started 5 times this neck, because Esther shows you how to do the stitch, but she doesn't tell you how many stitches you need to make or chains you need to make to obtain your size. So you have to do like trial and error thing. So I did it 5 times, and now I have finished the difficult part. I separated the sleeves. This is like a cold shoulder blouse. It's really pretty, and I only have to go down. I did 2 rounds yesterday, so I am back on it. I was pretty nervous too, because I had not touched it in months, and I felt so bad because I really like it. I hope to be able to show it to you soon. You can take a look here. The lace is very pretty. And of course you have to wear these on top of a spaghetti strap t-shirt, right, or shirt. So that's what I have on the needles. And I haven't casted on anything because I want to finish that first. It's not because I don't want to. It's just that if I keep on casting on new things, I will get all, excited about those new things, and I won't finish this. And I really want to finish to keep on going with my other projects. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now some bags that I have started making. Not me, I don't sew, as I said. It's my idea, and I take it to my auntie or to Delmi, my dressmaker, and they make them for me. The first ones were made like a long time ago. I don't remember how long ago, but months ago. And I bought this fabric, which is like a canvas, and it's a small bag with a pocket inside. This is satin, and I asked them to put a zipper on them, and that's it. I have them in blue and I have them in red. I like animal print too, so I did some with animal print suede inside, and this is the little pocket. I like them very much, and I think maybe they will hold small projects, or maybe they will be great as gifts for my friends for makeup or for short travels if they want to put something in there. and I had this ribbon and I wanted to see how it looked, and I like it. So next time I have more, so maybe I will keep on making them, but right now I have 3 to work on them. And I went with my friend Gretel. Hi Gretel. I went with her to this place where they make these leather bags, and I bought these pieces of leather with this button or snap. So the idea is to put a piece here, sew a piece here, and use this to hold it in my wrist like that. I have to try how it looks, so we will see. And also I went to a thrifty store and I bought some quilting fabric from Joann Fabrics. It was like 50 cents each, and I bought 2 of them. I bought one in blue and one in these beautiful reds. And the idea that I have now is, first I thought of embroidering these bags, but then I thought, you know, maybe I don't want to do that. And when I saw this fabric, I thought, you know what, maybe I'm gonna do like some sort of quilting here, and we will see. I have to work on it, and I'm so happy because you don't get these things here, this quilting stuff here, you don't get it. And I am super happy that I got it here and for 50 cents each. And so I'm gonna work on it. We will see how it works. I have my other bags here. For these bags, I have some fabric. I'm sorry, my phone was ringing. I have a lot of fabric, but I didn't know what to do with it. And I asked Delmi, my dressmaker, to make these bags for me. Sorry, I'm holding it upside down. It's like this. So this is the bottom, this is the top. And I asked her to make them double and to have them look the same inside than outside. And I didn't want them to have seams inside. So she did pretty well. And what I want to do with this is some sort of bags that people can use maybe for traveling, for putting their shoes or their underwear or their yarn or their projects. And I want to use them for me, and I want to keep them as gifts. So I have this one. I have this one. I have this one and this one. So here I'm gonna put the string or the ribbon, so that this goes like this. And then I bought these pieces of longer leather with the same brass attachment, so that I want to put them like this, and I want to put one on each side so that you can wear it as a backpack, right? So we will see how it works. I only bought a pair because I wanted to try first before buying more. It's not cheap because it's leather. And we will see how it works. And we will see who are the lucky ones who get that as a present. to begin with. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you some thread, because this is not really yarn, it's thread that I have to combine with yarn and have a glittery or sparkly or bling bling effect. I love sparkly things, and I love sequins, and I love, you know, gold and silver. So I have this yarn or this thread that I want to combine with some of the things that I want to knit or do next, crochet or knit next, and that are on my wish list. Right now I don't have anything crochet on my wish list. I do have knitting, so I'm gonna show them to you. This is the first one. This is gold. I bought this in Colombia. I don't remember how many of these I have, but they don't have much, as you can see. And that makes me nervous because I don't know how long that's going to go. This is from Omega as well, from Mexico. I bought this one here. This is beautiful. It's really sparkly. It's silver, nice. It's really thin. And I have it secured here with a headband because it unravels really easily and it becomes a mess. It tangles terribly, so yeah, but it looks so pretty when you knit with it. I made some crochet little flowers for some headbands and it looked beautiful. I have this one. This one is from Turkey, but I bought it in Colombia, and this is red with gold. I think it's wonderful. And the last one, my favorite, this is Disco. It's called Disco. And this is sequins. It's a little bit uncomfortable to knit with this because the sequins get on the way and you have to be like accommodating them so that they don't come off or, you know, on the way. But they look, they are so pretty. They produce such a pretty fabric. And that's my fantasy thread. Let's call it like that, fantasy thread, or thread that I want to incorporate to my knits. And I hope next time I can show you something with that. So the only thing that I have left is my wish list to tell you about. The wish list changes a lot. I'm sure that happens to you too if you plan on knitting something or doing something crafty, then something else comes and you want to do that and you stop doing this. And if you are designing like me, it's even worse. Okay, so my wish list for now is the one that I'm gonna tell you, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stick to it. I don't know, I really don't know. And this is in not particular order. There's no order whatsoever. It could be that I start with something that I mentioned last, or it could be that I start with something that I mentioned in the middle. The first thing that I have on my list is the Ghost Horses sweater by Caitlin Hunter, and she released that pattern for free for 24 hours or so, I think. So I got it. I love it. I really want to make it. Of course, I will do it in cotton yarn, but I do not know when. And I have some cotton that I bought in Colombia that is Peruvian, and I also have some cotton that my mom bought it for me in Argentina. And I haven't decided on the colors or anything, but I wanted to tell you that I saw the pattern and all the inner part, to call it somehow, it's with a dégradé color or with a variegated yarn, or it changes, the color changes, and then you use a solid color, right? So I saw a fruity knitting episode with Christel Seyfarth. I had never heard of that lady She's a designer and she does the most beautiful things. And she was talking about making power balls. What she does is she puts together different yarns, well, the same composition, but different colors. And she puts them together and she starts making these power balls. And she wraps a little bit of one color, a little bit of another color, and she goes from greens to blues to pinks, and that makes a power ball. And then she starts knitting with it, and the effect it produces, it's fantastic. You have to watch it. So I'll leave in the description box the link to that episode, because I'm thinking of making my own power ball for the Ghost Horses sweater. That's the idea for that one. Then I have the Ode I See for Mom that I told you about already. I have a shawl that it's called Andecha by Belén Fernandez. She is a Spanish lady who lives in Oxford, England, and she also has a channel and a podcast in Spanish. It's called Tejer en Inglés, and she made this beautiful design. She has it in English and in Spanish. You can check her out. And I am not sure yet if I want to make it in just one color or in various colors or two contrast colors. I haven't decided yet. And my mom is going to travel to Santiago, Chile later this month. Well, next month, October, but it's almost there around the corner. At the end of October, she will be in Chile. So I have asked her to go to visit Connie from Chile Knits and get me some wool from her. As I said, the accessories I can knit using wool, and so I want to see if I can knit the Andecha using Connie's wool. We will see if it's not much, if it's not a larger quantity and I have to invest so much money in that. And then I have on my list the Siggy shawl by Joji Locatelli. I have the pattern already sitting on my library and I think it's gorgeous. It has a lot of lace, and I have a yarn that can work for that one. It's from Luma Fibers. I show it in my last podcast, and it has wool, cotton, linen, and silk. I think it's a very nice combination because it's not only wool, but it's super soft and the colors are wonderful. Of course, it's not gonna be in one color. I have 3 colors, and I think I'm gonna use that yarn for that one, but I'm not sure yet either. And then I have the Dark Cloud that is by Joji Locatelli as well, and I have the pattern. I have had it for a long time, and I think it's not that I don't like it anymore, it's just that I haven't found the right yarn for it because it uses a chunky yarn. And I showed in my last episode a yarn that could work. It's a Brazilian cotton. It's combed cotton that comes with a silver thread, and it also comes in gold. So you can pick silver thread or gold thread. But I do not have enough. I just have a little bit that I have left from other projects. I would have to buy the yarn for that project. It's not that expensive because it's cotton, it's not wool. But I want to knit other things first. If you tell me choose between the Siggy and the Dark Cloud, I will knit the Siggy first. If you tell me knit the Ghost Horses versus the Dark Cloud, I will knit the Ghost Horses first. So I am not sure yet. Also, I will have to get some needles because I knit normally on 5 millimeters, 4 millimeters, or 3 millimeters, and this is like 7 millimeters. So I have to get needles, and I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Also in November, I'm gonna go to the States and I'm gonna be in Dallas, so I wanna go to Madeline Tosh and see what I can get there. And maybe I will incorporate that yarn that I buy there in some of my wish list projects. And last but not least, from Amirisu, there are other patterns in this magazine I really want to knit, and I want to show them to you. Of course, if you buy a magazine, you should look at the patterns and see if you like them enough to knit more than one, because otherwise you will be investing a large amount of money just to knit one thing, right? Okay, so the first one is this one. It's called Lucy. This is linen. It was knit in linen, and it's pretty easy. It's just 2 rectangles sewn on the side. I think it's beautiful, very simple. I don't like that combination of colors. I think if I would knit that, I would knit it in black and white. Black and white, it's a great combination. You can wear it during the day, during the night, for formal occasions, for informal occasions. You can dress it up, dress it down. So I think that's gonna be my choice, but I don't have the yarn. I'm gonna have to buy. I don't have much black and white, not even cotton. So I will have to buy yarn for that one. Then I have on my wish list, where is it? Now I can't find it. Okay, it's here. It's called the Gold Shawl. It's right there. This was the picture is beautiful. The model is gorgeous. The shawl is fantastic. I think the lace is so elegant. I don't think you can see it pretty well. Let me see. Maybe right there. I was thinking of knitting these for one of my friends for Christmas. I'm not gonna say who. And this is a pea shawl. It's a round, and you fold it. And this was a gift on the magazine by Iwi Knit from Toronto, Canada. It's a free pattern. You get the free pattern with a code that they include here, and I think it's fantastic. So I want to knit that one. It's not even in the magazine, but you know, I loved it. This one is from the magazine, and it's called Vida, like life, vida, like we say in Spanish, vida. So this is a pea shawl too. Let me see if I can, right there. It's wonderful. It's pure lace. It's a pea shawl. From the picture, I know it's very big, but you know, I looked at the pattern and it doesn't look so complicated. Like anything else, right? Like everything else, it doesn't look so complicated until you start knitting it. I don't know, but I think it's not that complicated. And well, that's about it. That's my list of desires. That's my wish list for now. And I hope I can show you more finished objects soon, and I can finish writing my 2 patterns that I have pending. I really want to publish those this year, and I want to focus on my wish list. I know time is, you know, going so fast, and I only have 3 months to finish the year. So I am not sure if I am going to incorporate anything else. I hope I can record soon, and I hope to see you back. If you liked it, please subscribe and leave me your comments if you will. I will be happy to read them and reply. And see you next time. Bye!